We're actually back down in Santa Ponsa again, and the girls wanted to play in the sand, but again we're pretty much the only people on the beach. One or two dog walkers.
Use this sand down here, this here.
And we've got some people actually doing some work down here.
Oh, look at the big holes, Serena. Look at the big holes. Wow, you're doing really well in yours as well.
Well, I've left Anita. She's playing on the beach with the children. It's a little bit cooler today because there's a breeze. Once the breeze goes, it feels quite pleasant in the sun. It is fairly early as well. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. And so I'm guessing it will warm up, due to get up to about 16, maybe 17 degrees. But at night time it is still getting cold, and went particularly cold last night. The forecast is saying it's going to get a little bit warmer during the nights, but that's not materialised yet. So I'm just going to go have a little walk along the promenade here. I know it was quite damaged when we were here before, and I'm not expecting there to have been any work done in the meantime. Just on the news front, news changes very quickly, doesn't it? A little bit about the 90-day rule. This 90-day rule, which applies to the Schengen area, applies to the European Union, and it's for people who don't need a visa but live outside, so they're a third country, which is, for us mostly it's the UK, but applies to lots of other countries as well. And they've got this 90-day rule. It says they can only stay 90 days in any 180-day period. And there's a big fuss about this, particularly here in Spain and in France. And there are various groups pushing to get this 90-day rule changed or removed. And I reported that France has had an immigration bill that went before their parliament. It was thrown out immediately, but it's been put forward again. They've made some amendments to it. It's been put forward, and in the last day or two it's been passed. So what does that mean as far as the 90-day rule is concerned? Well, one of the propositions by the French government is that people who own properties will be able to apply for a long visa, a visa which allows them to stay more than that 90 days in a 180-day period. So it's a visa not to work or do anything to earn money, but just so that people who've got homes in France, they will be able to come and stay there in the winter time, and then they'll be able to come back again in the summer. Because what was happening, people would come for 3 months in the winter and use up all of their 90 days, and then if they wanted to go a little bit later in the summer, all their 90 days might have been used up. So that's the problem. And these people who own properties obviously spend money when they're in France, and so the French authorities are particularly keen in those areas to get the UK tourists back spending the money. That's what it's about. When it will happen, how it will happen, is still not very clear. And I did raise a question with a friend of mine. He says, okay, so you own the property, but it's not actually in your wife's name. Can she come with you on that visa? And I'm not seeing that explained anywhere. And what about your children? They don't own the property in most cases, so can they come? Does the visa allow dependents? Well, I suppose all of that's going to be ironed out in the next weeks and months, possibly years, and then we'll see how it works there. And then of course the Spanish authorities and the Spanish homeowners are going to keep a very close eye on this to see how it all pans out and see how it can be affected here in Spain. So yeah, that's the latest on that one. Let's see how it goes. Walk to the end here. It's a little bit damp. I think that's just humidity. I don't think there's any big waves. It was really calm yesterday. What there is in lots of places is lots of seaweed, and that has been washed up by the waves. But beautiful skies, beautiful bright sunny day, and I'm just looking back at the beach there, and Anita and the girls are just the only two sitting down on the beach with the lone dog walker. Very bright sunshine. I was asked a question as well yesterday about do we use sun cream, and my personal answer is I use it very rarely, because I'm very rarely in the sun. When we go for walks, for those of you who've been watching lots of our videos, we tend to seek out the shady side. Perhaps not at this time of the year, when we like a little bit of sun on the back just to keep us warm, but certainly in the summer we do. And I almost always wear a hat, I've got long sleeves on today, so certainly not in the winter we'd not normally wear sun cream. Anita's a bit more careful than I am, but she too seeks the shade, and she's getting a little bit famous, I think, for her parasols. She has the parasols which protect her, so she carries her own shade with her whenever we're in the sun. But she will use sun cream a lot more than I do. Now my thinking is that they've actually been along here and done some repair work on this boardwalk. I think last time we came it was broken. You can see lots of slats down there just on the beach area. It's a reasonable repair. It's not perfect, and it looks a little bit makeshift. It'll make do for the time being. The terraces here are all to the restaurants along the front, but these are all closed now. No restaurants are open in this part. And the swimming pool is also just left to the elements, so fairly quickly go green as the chlorine evaporates. This one's actually not looking too bad, but there's a lot of sand and dust and seaweed that's got blown into the bottom. It costs money to keep a pool running during the winter, and it's not worth it if it's not going to be used. So that will actually, it does look in very good condition actually. Looking at it, here where there isn't so much in the way of debris in there, it's quite blue and clear down to the bottom, so it's not turned green. So maybe somebody is doing a little bit of maintenance on it. Well, it's getting close to Christmas as well now, and I'm working on the video. I seem to have around about 60 sets of photographs or videos that people have sent to me, and the plan is to put those all together. I'm still not quite sure what to do about sound or music. People have sent me videos, and I'm going to leave the sound in their videos, I think, because they're sending their greetings. So that sounds like a good thing to do. I'm not sure what to do about the others. The concrete here is the concrete that was freshly laid last year, and that's made it a lot better here. So there was actually a really big hole there. Another pool that's been left. And there's a fence here, I'm not sure what that's about. Nice little ramp here. I'm not sure I remember having a ramp to walk over. There's always been a step over the wall. There's some workmen up there working on the apartments. Fishermen out. And this walkway along here, this promenade, is okay. It's a little bit rough in parts, and there are one or two places where you have to step up and down. So it's not wheelchair friendly at all. But if you've got reasonable mobility, you should be okay. The next bit's a bit tricky because there's a step down. Fishermen. You can walk through there. There's usually a brick here for us to step onto. Yeah.
My friend lived close
Just
to
there.
there where she looked for the hotel. And it's very nice. The weather there very nice.
Yeah, a little step up. And then we've got the poles here for all the parasols that are not here. And up there you can see they've got the workmen carrying out the work as they do at this time of the year. There's a whole string of fishing lines here going out into the sea, fishing rods. Now normally if I was with Anita, we would get to this position and we'd go around the corner and start thinking about going up towards the square, but we know the square's not open, so I'm not going to do the full walk around today. I will go a little bit further, and I will go up a few steps, but then I'll come back the way I've come. And that won't be such a good video because I'll be walking straight into the sun, so I'm probably going to fish it up at the top. There's sandstone here. This is the part that was broken and then it was repaired, and it's broken again. I think it's safe. There's no sign at the moment saying don't come this way, which there was before, which everybody, including myself, ignored. Safely navigated that part. And you've got this little area here, which is, I suppose, quite nice to get into the sea if you've got your shoes on. Swimming shoes, lots of pebbles here. I'm just going to go up these few steps. Knees seem to be doing okay. And now it does feel warm. Maybe because I've been doing a little bit of walking, and maybe because it's a little bit more sheltered and less wind. This is the restaurant that suffered when we had the very severe storm a couple of years ago, and they've now done all the repairs and it's up for sale. So normally I would carry on along the path there, and that would take me up to the steps, the ramp that takes you up to the square, but I don't fancy walking all the way up there to see the square and walking down. It's not so pretty as walking by the sea. You've got some people exercising there. Beautiful day. Well, I think I've come to the end of my walk for this morning. Not such a long one, but I've got to go back to the girls, and I think the rest of the day is going to be a pretty full day as well. And Serena will be back down with us soon. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. Just as a little postscript, I'm back down on the beach now, and I can see the workers here in the truck there, and looks like they've got a load of seaweed that they're going to dump on the beach. Yeah, there it goes. So that's been brought in from somewhere else, another beach somewhere, and it's just being piled up on the beach here, and that will be to protect the sand that's underneath it. You can see now they're building up some quite big mounds of seaweed there. It looks as though they've been over the beach just to clean it up, tidy it up, level it out, and now they're just putting the seaweed here. On this side of the beach, because we've got the river in between, there's already quite a build-up of seaweed. I think this is all natural build-up of seaweed all the way along here. The children there still playing.